Beyond the newsroom, where untold story is revealed.
Ebya George Ssenyonyi ne IGP amanyikiddwa nga Abbas byakagaba byeyongedde okubeera nga ate birinnya enkandago. Ono nno woono bezobye ne Kabanda Daudi David omubaka wa Kasambya. Ono nno nga Ssaabawandiisi w'ekisinde kya PLU ate no bavudde mu mbeera kiki ekibajjeeko. Speaker Anita Amongo asambaza ebigambibwa nti emmotoka z'ebyokwerinda oba poliisi
Ebuvanjuba ne bugwanjuba ewaka wasigalawo ewasinga. Beyond the newsroom gwe mukutu ogukuleetera ekyo ekisinga. Katiranga naffe ng'oyita ku nooti 771 44 53 68 ne nooti 744 26 41 na bino bikulu. Tetulanga bafere, tetulanga basawo ba kinnansi n'abagwa mu koowa eryo. Mwebale kutuwagira. Thank you.
Amaje zeetikka abawagizi b'ekibiina ky'NRM n'ategeeza nti abo nno babeera munnange kwaya z'abakatuliki ze baali batwala ku mukolo tebaali bawagizi ba kibiina kya NRM. Bino nno byonna bikukuŋŋaanyiriza n'ebirala bingi nnyo nyini ddala byensobodde okubeera nga nkuleetera munywanyi obe ng'obimanya ate era ng'obifunira ddala malidadi sana malidadi kabisa. Nzidde ni akutuusaako ensonga z'essemansonga n'obuwombeefu obw'ekika ekyawaggulu. Njagala okubeera nga nkusaba muganda wange ndaba era atugoberera nti neegattaako mu butongole nga osubscribinga ku mukutu guno. Okonaawo mu kigambo subscribe then bw'omala okone mu kade kajimu personalize okateeke mu all of notification ku mboozi zonna ennyuvu ate ze tugenda munnange n'okuba nga tukuteerayo butereevu ku mukutu guno. Era ne nkusaba nti video eno gimpere like, bw'ogiwa like ejja kudduka emisinde mingi etuuke ku buli ssekinnoomu asobole okubeera nga ate munnange asobole okubeera nga afuna video eno buli omu nga emutuukako. I'm not that fine naye tujja kubeera nga tukwasaganya namukosa some kind of throat pain. That's why yesterday tewandabyeko, so that throat pain yendeetedde obulumi muno munda naye tugenda banga tukwasaganya mpola mpola tube nga tutambula. Wabula nga sinaba kweyongerayo yadde okubawa njagala okubasaba obuyambi bwammwe bwe sibasabangako bukyanga tutandika mukutu guno. Oyinza okwebuuza ekibuuzo lwaki deniyaze okusaba obuyambi buno mukadde nga kano ak'enkyukakyuka. Waliwo munnamawulire munnange era bangi ku mwenna mumumanyi omulenzi amanyikiddwa nga Timothy abangi gwe bayita Jaden yono yazaalibwa ne sickle cells wabula nga kati bambi bamugambye akole transplant ey'obusomyo mu myezi 3 era nti bw'asukka emyezi 3 ajja bagwa ku ndiri ate oba oliawo alemefuna mukisa guddamu kubanga ayimuka sidakindi n'obulamu bwebenga buggwawo oluvannyuma lw'emyezi 3. Alina ku mulimu omunene ogw'okunoonya $4.5 kakati osobola okubeera nga weegatta kwabo abayamba omulenzi ono. Your donation matters. Kitukolere ate tusobole oyamba omwana ono mu buyambi bwonna n'okusenga obwa ssente. Oyina $10, $20, $5, $10, $10, $2,500 meka zonna zoyina. Oyina mutwalo gwa Uganda, oyina 15, oyina 2 ziteekeko ku ssimu ze weeziri wano zonna nga bwe ziraba. Mpozi nnyinza ozikuwa Airtel 0762 53 40 32 eyerimanyaga Harriet Nalubawa then kwoteeka MTN anyway Airtel gye batadde ku MTN kati ate Airtel eri 074 55 19 620 eri manyaga Kayanja Timothy bambi tuyambe omwana mulenzi ono tumuyambe ateddemu naye okukakalabya emirimu gye ng'abalala. Kankutwale butereevu mu mboozi y'olunaku olwaleero naye akonjagadde tusooke tukayiseewo. George Ssenyonyi Besekezi mu Parliament bibino.
When NUP and the opposition hold processions, it is illegal. And so they must be shot dead, they must be beaten, tear gassed, and so on. And for the NRM colleagues, it is okay. This is hypocrisy. And all of us should be condemning this. Because if actually processions are illegal, it should cut across. My considered view is that they are not illegal. Government should tell us. It's good the Attorney General is here, Prime Minister is here, very smart as I said. Are processions illegal if it is NUP supporters? But if it is NRM supporters, as we saw in Barara yesterday and elsewhere, they are okay and legal. They need to let us know so that we are clarified on that. Honourable Speaker, as I quickly wrap up, yesterday again I saw something. The police truck in Barara.
Lop Ssenyonyi Besakeza atuuka mu Parliament y'olunaku lwaggulu n'ayimusa ensonga ye ng'agamba nti maama Speaker, lwaki abawagizi b'ekibiina kya NUP bwe baba bakuŋŋaanya okubeera nga munnange omukulembeze waabwe ayogerako gye bali bavaayo ne babakuba tiyagaasi kwoteeka emiggo ne babayisa mu mbeera etali nnungi kyokka ng'abalala babikola aba NRM bakola processions zezimu bo ne batakoonwako era ne batagambwako. Lwaki tutuuka okulaba ng'ebitongole by'obukwerinda ne gavumenti eno wabaawo abaana n'ebyana okulaba nga bannansi batuuka okubeera nga bali mu mbeera efaananako k'obweti. So Ssenyonyi ayimusa eddoboozi lye generally araisinga eddoboozi lye eri Parliament ebeeko kyekola wabula ono nno teyakomyawo yatuuse n'okubajjukiza nti abanywanyi waliwo n'emmotoka za poliisi ezireeta abantu ne zibakuŋŋaanya ne zibatuusa ku venue ya NRM we bagenda okuba nga bakubira kampeyini nti ate ekyo kyo kijja kitya okuba nga kikkirizibwa oba okukolebwa okutuuka ku sirifaanana bw'eti. Kankongere video.
Yesterday again I saw something. The police truck in Barara was ferrying NRM supporters to take them to Boma grounds where the NRM candidate was to hold a rally. I got a bit confused. I said, now, on the one hand, you're beating our supporters, but you're helping to ferry supporters of another candidate. How does this work? When we saw His Lordship Justice Simon Byabakama, the EC chairperson, saying, after you have voted, please go home, police will protect your votes. People are wondering, now, this police is ferrying supporters of another candidate to their rally, and you expect that they are going to protect the votes of everybody? It does not quite make sense, right, Honourable Speaker.
You said police was ferrying supporters of
yes,
one candidate.
the police
where?
truck
From where?
in Mbarara, ferrying them to Boma grounds for the rally of candidate Yoweri Museveni. That was yesterday, right, Honourable Speaker.
I was actually in Mbarara yesterday. Okay.
I don't know if you didn't see it, right, Honourable Speaker, but it happened in Mbarara yesterday. Right, Honourable Speaker, the 6 p.m. narrative that I saw the IGP talk about. Yes, according to the regulations and the guidelines, presidential rallies should end at 6 p.m. All rallies, actually. We should endeavor to respect these guidelines. I have a challenge, Honourable Speaker, in my camp and my presidential candidate. Police will normally take us off the main roads. A distance that should be 20 minutes ends up lasting 3 to 4 hours. So inevitably you will get to a rally late. And this is a complaint that we have raised regularly. Why is it that where other presidential candidates pass, the NUP presidential candidate is not allowed to pass? What is the issue? That you have to take us around?
Right Honourable Ssenyonyi Besakeza ayimusizza oba ayogedde ensonga ye n'agamba nti lwaki poliisi n'ab'ebyokwerinda bakwata ne bakuba abawagizi b'ekibiina ki National Unity Platform ne babayisa mu mbeera yonna embi kyokka abo bennyini ne basomba abantu Embarara ku lunaku olw'ebbalaza baasombera ddala abantu era Daily Monitor yapostinga ne vidiyo eyo ku mukutu gwabwe ogwa X ng'abantu bava mu kitraka ky'amagye kyokka Speaker nno munnaye mu kwewoza akagambye nti ye yali Embarara teri kye yalaba. Then era n'atutegeeza bulungi nti eyo yali kwaya yaki bwe yamaliriza n'atugamba eyo yali kwaya yali kwaya y'Abakatoliki. It was a Catholic choir. Tetwebuuza maama kwaya eziri bovera bwezityo. Anyway, kankongere wano baby no biwulirize.
I was there. There was no police vehicle ferrying any supporter. Maybe those were the choir members of the Catholic Church. But for me, what is very crucial that he raises is the issue of brutality. That must be handled.
Started by saying nobody would love to see violence, nobody would want to experience violence. But when police comes up and gives us information based on what has happened, Right Honorable Speaker, it's the responsibility of the people who are hurt, especially the political party or the individual candidate, to petition the Electoral Commission, and the Electoral Commission calls for a meeting, and if it requires also calling for the government agency that is responsible for the activity or for whatever has happened, then discussion goes on, and if it requires even Electoral Commission bringing out more stringent guidelines, can do that based on what has been discussed. So I want to request the leader of opposition to raise this issue with the Electoral Commission, because the Electoral Commission will have the time to listen to them and look at the evidence they have, but also call the other parties to also bring the information and the evidence they have. If it is visual, then a discussion will go on and a way forward will be found, and it will inform the decision or even amending the guidelines. But the issue of violence, based on what we have seen, whether it is AI or it's not AI, I would think we should all keep discipline. And if police gives us guidelines, let's follow the guidelines. And we should also not mobilize people to take up the law into their hands, because it is affecting the most innocent. When you
Omukyala Kasule Lumumba Justin asosezza, I don't know, ava wali mu office ya Prime Minister, ononno munnange, Office of the Prime Minister, General Duties ye attendance oladakulwa ng'agamba, first of all, Anita Amongo yazzeemu ye n'ategeeza nti yabaddeyo terabye emmotoka zisomba abantu, wabula ensonga gy'alabamu eggumba ye y'abantu abatulugunyizibwa ne batuusibwako obulabe. Era nga ye mu bigambo bye agamba nti kye tulina okukola si kirala kyonna, wabula ab'ebyokwerinda balina okutunulamu ebyo bye bali mu kukola. Era nga ye agamba nti abavunaanyizibwa ku nsonga ezo bazikitunulemu ng'obudde bukyali. Kaakati ye nno Justin Kasule Lumumba agamba nti gwe atuusiddwako obuvune gwe olina okuwaaba oba owandiikira akakiiko k'ebyokulonda gwe candidate nti batutulugunyiza bwe bati ne bwe bati. Bw'omala owandiikira akakiiko ako katunule mu nsonga, kalabe oba vidiyo z'otutesiza AI. Mulimu ebifaananyi, ekyamazima amatuufu nga byo bino bw'obitunuulira ne bw'obaani. Simanyi unless nga abawagizi b'NRM emitima bo baagireka waka ne batambula ne bagenda. Naye bw'oba olina omutima ogw'obuntu, tosobola baako bikolwa bimu by'olaba n'oleka. Omusajja ono omusirikale, mulaba ekifaananyi kino mwenna kyekino. Sigenda kibatera waawo, ne kati mukiraba bulungi. Ekifaananyi kino, ono omusirikale wuuno akutte emmotoka ono abadde amuyitako, emmotoka nga assizza endabirwamu, n'akwata pepper spray yiino n'agissa munda mu mmotoka n'amubakuba. Kati bano abantu baali babakoze eki? Ne tulaba emmotoka ya poliisi kabangali ng'etomera owa booda n'emusuula ku ttaka ne bamaliriza nga babakuba pepper spray. Abaali tebalina kye babakoze. Ne tulaba omusirikale agoba omuntu ng'amukuba pepper spray ng'akyusiza bw'ati, ali mumukuba mu maaso na mu kamwa. Bino bye bakola ddala bye bituufu ebirina okukolebwa mu mateeka. Basajja bano. Anyway, kankuwe wano, kansooke nkuwona. Anyway, nkuwe Kabanda. Kankuwe Kabanda nkuwe na basi. Byalugaba. Oba byakagaba.
The leader of the National Unity Platform has clearly stated that the security forces, police and UPDF, do not exceed 50,000 in number. Ugandans are 47 million people. He was encouraging them that if they could rise up, they could overrun the police and the army. Was he saying that in accordance with the constitution, or he was saying that knowing that he is breaking the law? The same person I saw was the Honorable Rutamaguzi on camera encouraging people.
There's an order.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Daudi Kabanda from Kasambia has made a heavy sounding allegation. He has said that my presidential candidate told people to overrun and I think attack police and the military. Does he have evidence to that effect? I'm hearing some voices that yes, he did. You don't shout from there, you speak on the microphone.
No, we have the army. The army have want to say something.
Yeah, but Honorable Speaker, you're always telling us this is not a market. People should seek permission and come to the microphone, not screaming from wherever they are seated.
Yes.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Can he table that evidence of my presidential candidate saying people should attack police? I don't know where he gets that from. If he cannot table that evidence, he's certainly out of order in my view. So I would like to implore you, Right Honorable Speaker, to condition him to table that evidence before going on with those heavy sounding allegations. Because we have always been for the protection of our men and women in uniform. Our government has even promised to pay them better than you people sounding allegations. Because we have always been for the protection of our men and women in uniform. Our government has even promised to pay them better than you people are paying them. How can you then say we want to attack them? Honorable Speaker, if he cannot table that evidence,
you know,
let him withdraw that statement. Right,
Honorable
because we can all make allegations here.
Honorable Love.
Yes, right, Honorable Speaker.
You know, we cut him in between. I did not hear the whole statement.
He had finished that statement.
No, he hadn't. I wish I could hear the whole statement. Then
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, he has, and that's why I rose after he had made that heavy sounding allegation that my candidate told people to attack police officers. Let him table the evidence or withdraw.
Honorable Love, I want to hear the whole statement, then I will ask him to give me evidence. Yes?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. The same presidential candidate of the National Unity Platform, the videos are there. You are not the speaker. Let me address the speaker.
Please continue.
The same presidential candidate, the videos are there. If you give me just 20 minutes, I produce those videos to the clerk.
Go and bring
the
them.
same person said, and he was encouraging the young people of this country, that they should use social media, TikTok and YouTube, to see what happened in Nepal, what happened where, what happened in those countries where they broke the laws. You can also use it in Uganda to overthrow the government without going through the constitution of this country. Madam Speaker.
Honorable Kabanda, that's a very, very serious statement. That's a very serious statement. That's number one. Number two, those allegations can bring this country down. And we cannot allow as a country to be brought down by just mere people who want to stand. Can we have that evidence? Give us, go and bring, I'm giving you 20 minutes. No, 20. Yes. Next item.
Right Honorable, I'm moving on a procedural matter. And this is very good, Right Honorable, because when Lopo was making allegations about our candidate, that he said, when these machines don't work, you'll not vote. We didn't ask for evidence. He did not table.
Jury Ssenyonyi yekwatira abantu be n'abateeka mu katebe n'abagamba kati mwenja bagoya wano wembangala. Daudi Kabanda, omanyi mu mateeka tebagamba mbu mu mateeka tebalowooleza muntu nti yali ategeeza kino. Bring the real statement omuntu gye yoyogedde. biquoting nga bwe biri statement ku statement nti Kyagulanyi yagambye tugenda kujja abasirikale bali emitwalo bwegiti bwe muba muvuddeyo tusobola okubakuba ne tubasaanyaawo ne tujjako gavumenti awo kooti ebyo bye yagala nawe oli bwagamba nti abasirikale bali emitwalo bwegiti ne bwegiti tebasobola kututta tumalawo ate nabo bali ku saidi yaffe era bannyinaffe tubaagala nnyo baganda baffe mubawaseemu mubafumbirwe ate era amajjukiza nti anaafuna omusala omutini kagenda kuba kakadde kati gwojja wa statement ye government yagambye nti yagenda kubalumba bateeke wali Ssenyonyi n'agoyaagoya omusajja kati ate owulire eno simanya byani awo zaffe bwe yayogedde ku bya biometrics simanya ate tetwandigize akasajja ka Ssenyonyi bano abasajja wabula by the way Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu he's a good sporting director he sports omusambi omulungi simanyi nawa gye yajja Ssenyonyi kugamba mpugadde bali tuleete Ssenyonyi because he has been outstanding okuva lwe yafuna ekifo ky'obwaloopu mukwongeremukko Ssenyonyi oba nedda
Honorable Speaker, I saw the IGP Mr. Abbas Byakagaba yesterday. He held a press conference. And as we have been making these complaints, why is the brutality setting in so intense a manner? He made remarks and said the presidential candidate of the National Unity Platform, the party I belong to and speak for, is to blame for the brutality meted out to our supporters because we hold processions. That was according to IGP Abbas Byakagaba. I said now, there's a problem here. Our colleagues in the NRM regularly hold processions, very regularly, including yesterday, Right Honorable Speaker, because candidate Yoweri Museveni Tibuhaburwa Kaguta was in Mbarara and Rampara, and they held processions in anticipation of him. They even had a band leading them in holding these processions. Now, it is honestly hypocritical for IGP Abbas Byakagaba to say, NUP, we are shooting at you, tear gassing you, using dogs at you and so on, because you're holding processions. But our colleagues in the NRM are holding processions. Why these double standards? Why this alarming hypocrisy, Right Honorable Speaker? And by the way, I don't want to be misconstrued. I don't fault the NRM colleagues for holding processions. It's campaign time. When a candidate is meant to be in a district, it will be different. That's why police is notified and so on to make sure law and order prevails because there is political activity. So I do not fault NRM for holding processions at all because it is campaign time. My challenge is when NUP and the opposition hold processions, it is illegal. And so they must be shot dead, they must be beaten, tear gassed and so on. And for the NRM colleagues, it is okay. This is hypocrisy.
Buno bunnanfuusi bwennyini okera ku makya okugamba nti abantu bwe bakola ebikungo oba ebikujjuko okubeera nga baaniriza omukulembeze waabwe kimenya mateeka ne mubakuba amasasi ne mubakubamu teargas nga kyokka ekyabadde erwampara n'embalala bw'otunuulira Gen. Museveni engeri gye babayisizaamu nga bakola ebintu bye bimu ne bafuna n'ebbandi ebakulembera ne bayisa ebikujjuko mu kibuga nga mpawo n'omu abagambako nga n'ebimotoka byabwe ebyokwerinda bigaseeko okubasomba agamba nti wano waliwo obunnanfuusi obw'ekika ekyawaggulu bwe tutasaana kubeera nga ate tukkiriza ebyo nno bigambo bya Joel Ssenyonyi bisekezi kati buliriza bamwirani byabagaba Abbas.
On November 24th, 2025, the new presidential candidate led a procession from the party headquarters to the campaign grounds in Kawempe North and Kawempe South. During this period, the security personnel were pelted with stones at both the party headquarters at Kavule and along the routes. several officers were injured, and some vehicles damaged. Security forces responded by deploying public order tactics to control the crowds, and multiple arrests were made, and suspects have since been charged to court. On November 27, 2025, the new presidential candidate held his campaign rallies in Kayunga district. His final campaign event was to be held at Lugasa Parish, Kayonza Sub-County, Bale constituency. He arrived late and attempted to campaign after the 6 p.m. stipulated time. Police officers tried to stop him, but he refused to comply, leading to the campaign being halted and the crowds dispersed. On November 28, 2025, in Iganga district, stones were thrown at officers immediately after the candidate concluded his campaign. And by the candidate, I mean the NUP candidate. Officers responded to the violence by dispersing the rowdy crowd, during which, unfortunately, one civilian fatality occurred. And I want to emphasize here, nothing whatsoever merits the taking away of the life of a Ugandan, where that life can be protected and saved. And our duty is to protect and save the lives of Ugandans. I wanted...
Ebigambo by'abagaba byabadde bingi, naye nze ekigambo kyange kiri kimu kyokka. Ebituufu n'obulimba byonna tubikkiriza weebiri, mugende maaso n'okukola bye mukola. Naye olunaku lujja kukya nga temukyali mu positions ze mulimu, ate era bye mukola munnange birituuka mu nju yammwe. Gwe kubyamu akafaananyi nga gwe bakubye essasi ogenda owulira mwana wa mwannyoko nga naye gye yabadde. Ng'ogakaabako ng'omulooza munnange omanyi okufa bakiyita lugero olwo luggwayo lutya nti okufa dash buli nju ekulozaako, kiringa kufa buli nnyumba ekulozaako kuba tewali maka gatalina kijja newammwe ekijja. Mbeere bulungi, mbagaliza bye munjagaliza.
Beyond the newsroom, where untold story is revealed.